Hello, I'm Aaron Williams. I've been teaching for 11 years. I've been with Craven County Schools since 2002. I believe in community involvement, so I try to do as much as I can. I've acted in many plays around town and several independent movies. I've also been involved with a summer camp over at Oriental and New Bern Civic Theater. The summer workshop was designed for ages 8 through 15. It's always been my dream to bring a lot of young people together to put on a big show. So I met with the Board of Education here locally, and we talked about the possibilities. Once they approved it, we had an all-county high school tryout, and then we became involved with Craven Community College. Once we did this, we put on the show Sweeney Todd in 2009. Once it was a hit, we went on to do Chicago and Hairspray.
I had just seen the Broadway version of Sweeney in class, and I just thought, this is incredible. I wish I could do this someday.
Probably one of the best memories and experiences I will ever have, because it was so raw and it was so real and it was so just real theater and really fun. And it really showed me that this doesn't have to be about whose big name is out there and what your name is and who's watching. It's just about performing and doing this art and having fun with it the whole time. Oh my
God, when Aaron said that we were going to do Sweeney Todd, I really had doubts, because I had seen the production. I had witnessed the demand. I had seen the physicalness, the vocal ability that was necessary, and I was wondering how we would find that kind of ability. I think with careful crafting, with the understanding of the limitations of the students, it was the most exciting and most educational to watch the growth of a student who started as a student and developed into an actor.
I really enjoyed Judge Serpent. It was, I think it was the first real villain I got to play. It made me feel so terrible. I just wanted to go home and take a shower after every performance or rehearsal that I had to play that character.
She's a little cynical, more than people think. Other than, I don't think she's as off of her rocker as people believe. I think that she's actually a little more sane, which makes her a little more freaky, because she comes up with this idea of putting people into pies, and she's totally okay with it. She's like, oh, this would make my business.
These are probably the worst pies in London. I know by the money has to take them. I should know, I made them. I'm good now. The worst pies in London. Even that's polite, the worst pies in London. If you dare to take a bite.
Encore was a concept in which we would take talented students and scholarship them, and we wanted to bring a program together that would have students from different disciplines come together for a collective whole in creating music. We were asked to be magnifiers of the choral sound, to be extras, but in a way that would be augmentation of what was going on. The physicalness will erode the vocal ability and the dramatic ability, because then the focus, say, is on the stage. Well, Aaron was creative to put us in the back of the people, walking down the aisle during the dramatic scene, and then we would stand and just look at someone until that person felt that there was a presence, and as they turned around they saw this dead chorus, as he called us, walking amongst the audience. Encore students learned that they could be very effective without being necessarily the focus, that maybe in the background sometimes is more powerful.
I think during Sweeney was when I first started to learn how to actually train my voice. And whenever I had a solo, it was very shaky, and I'd be going all, and then after Sweeney, I learned how to actually look at a piece of sheet music and see this note is this, and how do I match that pitch. and then how to drill it over and over until I have that down memorized, not just mentally, but also vocally.
You see, sir, a man infatuate with love, her ardent and eager slave. So fetch the pomade and pumice stone, and lend me a more seductive tone, a sprinkling perhaps of French cologne, but first, sir, I think a shave. The closest I ever gave.
Just working with the younger actors, working with kids. I've never done a teen production, just teens. It's always been older couples or older people, and then I had a lot of shows that I had small children in. People my age being accepted by everybody, having young directors, young producers, young choreographers. It was a great experience.
It was really one of the most amazing times in my entire life. I have the fondest memories of Sweeney Todd. It really was just truly the best thing I've ever done. Ever. It's great.
And I remember sitting down and having that first opening moment and all the cast walking on stage and the dark lighting, and it was just the most awe-inspiring light. It brought tears to my eyes. I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Sweeney Todd was probably the best thing I've ever seen in a long time.
I liked it because I like blood and guts and stuff like that. So, and I mean, since I'm going to school to be a nurse or whatever, I like stuff like that. So it was pretty awesome.
After Sweeney Todd, I knew that I wanted to audition for an air show.
Let's eat the